for now, just the original. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This is of a 1995 film that's a lot shorter than 2012, and that is the original Jumanji. Are you game? Oh, yeah, I'm game for this. It's only an hour and 45 minutes, so it's a lot shorter. Let's get this done. I already started the movie. We're past the credits. Now we're in the behave yourself, little Sims. One stupid comment, you're blocked. I'm not going to warn you again. We're just getting to the the logos, and that's it. So as long as the movie is under 2 hours, I can do a podcast for it for now. When the spring comes, I'll do a podcast for movies that are over 2 hours because, like Endgame, because my brother won't be living here anymore. But until then, under 2 hours, if I can, because these movies I've been doing have been way too long. Starship Troopers was almost 2 hours. 2012 was 2 hours and 29 minutes. Yeah, it's too long. This is the original, the best Jumanji, in my opinion. It starts with a flashback in 1869, 100 years before Alan Parrish exists. I talked to Josh yesterday. I hope he told you a thing or two because he's not playing games. Mm-hmm. These two kids don't come back. Benjamin, yeah. But he digs it up. Yep, a thunderball. Yeah, who digs it up? Well, actually, Alan finds it at a construction site after he gets beat up by bullies. In the sequels, it's a video game, but I'm not talking about the sequels today. I'll do that eventually when I get the films on Blu-ray. Now it's 1969 Bradford, New Hampshire. Yeah, it probably snowed a lot over there this year, but here in New York, we got nothing. This is a place where everybody knows who you are. Yeah, what you did on last commentary was inexcusable. Talk about the film or say something nice. Don't say something like a dickhead because I don't need that. I don't need that. I've been through enough already. I don't know, a snowless winter. And this movie has something that I'm sick of in movies. Bullies. I don't need them anymore. In Shazam 2, we don't need them this time. Bullies they can't fight one-on-one. They have to come in like pairs, They have to come in like 6 or 7 people. Yeah, this is when kids use their bicycles. They don't have motorcycles or Vespas or anything like that. Or cars like in Shazam. Yeah. A bunch of bullies following him, stalking him. I'm like, yeah, it's like Shazam. They have to pick on a freaking handicap kid. I'm not dealing with handicaps anymore. I'm tired, guys. I've dealt with an uncle that was handicapped since he was 12 years old. Well, I didn't know that until I was older. Am I going to do Welcome to the Jungle? I don't own it, so you're going to have to wait. Here's the first black guy of the movie. Yep, David Alan Grier. Yep. Sneakers, high tops. Yeah, every closet in my house has sneakers. My dad wears sneakers, my sister wears sneakers, and my brother he collected sneakers since he was like a teenager. There's Jonathan Hyde, yeah, from The Mummy, from Anaconda. He's a good actor. I'm glad he's still around. Thanks. The first thing I saw Jonathan Hyde in was it was Richie Rich. Richie Rich, the 1994 movie, the Macaulay Culkin's last film as a teen, and then he took a break and came back in the 2000s to do Party Monster, yeah, which I don't watch. I saw it twice, and yeah, the subject matter is not for me. He gets fired because Alan made a little mistake. There's another black kid, and he's in the background. They can't even show the beatdown. They have to like cut away. Yeah, they have to put the. Are you gonna do? I said next up. I'm not doing those yet, Little Sims. I don't own the Jumanji sequels. I only have the first one, the best one, because the sequels. The one thing that's missing in those films is Robin Williams. You can't if you can't have him, it's not gonna be as good. Zathura didn't even have it, and that's a good movie, but on its own. But if it was a sequel to Jumanji, it's like a pseudo sequel to Jumanji. Uh, it needed Robin Williams because you need his heart. He's the heart of this whole film. When he grow, uh, Alan goes from a kid to an adult. That's missing in the sequels. They mention him in the second movie, but I want to actually see him. But he's gone, and I don't own the movies. Stop telling me to do commentaries for movies I don't own. The ones that you're getting, that's what you're getting for the month of February. I might do one more. I'm doing another one in 2 days. I need a break tomorrow. I don't own the Jumanji sequels. You didn't see in my updates. I don't own them because I can't get them cheap. I want to get both of them cheap. Welcome to the Jungle and the Next Level. I'm not going to pay $35 at Target for them. Scream 6, I'm not seeing it yet. I have to see 5, and I haven't seen it yet. Because Scream 5, I haven't seen it. It came out last year, and I didn't get to see it. And then when I got COVID, I couldn't go to the theater for a month. The score is really good in this movie, too. Who did the score? And I actually read the book of Jumanji, and I played the actual board game when I was a kid. There it is in sand. Jumanji. Curiosity killed the cat. Joe Johnston directed this one. He's the best director of all the films. Because the two sequels were Kevin Hart does too much of Kevin Hart in those movies, and then the second one in Welcome to the Jungle, he's like screaming, but at least The Rock beats him up. So there's that. It doesn't say who did the score, but it's a good score. He didn't read the things on the wall. You have two pieces: the rhino and the elephant. This is Patricia Clarkson. hmm He lives in a mansion, so his dad must be really rich. Alan. Yeah, it's the same name of the character from Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3 and Dominion. Josh told me not to talk about the things you don't want to. Exactly. This is not a podcast about Selena Gomez. I'm never doing a podcast for her films. She's not for me. I told you that years ago, little Sim. Years already. It was named after my father. The acting's really good in this film too, especially from Bonnie Hunt, Robin Williams, and the kids. See, families have dilemmas. What do you mean years? I didn't even know you back in 2021. Yes, you did. You were subscribed to me since 2021. What are you talking about? It's not like you came out of nowhere last year. No, you were here way before then. Look at my podcast in 2021. You were at least in several of them. Even if you didn't know me, you were around because 2022 is over. So for at least 2 years, you've been popping up, and I'm like, I didn't know you were 14. If I knew that, I wouldn't have let you see my videos. It's not meant for kids. 14 is a teenage boy. There's Sarah, the teen version of her. Yeah, there weren't video games back in 1969. We didn't get arcades until like the 70s or the 80s. We got Pong, and then we got Donkey Kong, etc. But back then, there was no internet, so kids had to play or watch TV. Because in the 60s, it was TV. Mm-hmm. Those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind. Roll the dice to move your token. Doubles get another turn. The first player to reach the end wins. Yeah, but she played. Yeah, she rolled the dice, so it's working. You saw the rhinos moving. That's the thing about the sequels, that they don't even roll a dice or something. Things just randomly happen in it because it's different than the first movie. I get that. Like they fly, you better run. These winged things are not much fun. Bats, yeah, the things that caused COVID in the first place. I'm vengeance. Said I could come on your podcast as long as I act more mature. You have to, because I'm not going to deal with childish bullshit anymore. I don't even have kids of my own yet. The game thinks, yeah, now he has to lay. In the jungle, you must wait until the dice reach my ray. Yep. He disappears until the end of the movie and he becomes an adult. Some of the CG looks fine, some of it looks dated, but the new movies, like I said, they had their moments. They're decent, but they're not better than the original. They're just not. The original is a classic. The two sequels don't need to be like they're also long. They're at almost 2 hours. There's things they could have cut out of the sequels, just in my opinion. Mainly some side characters you didn't need. Just saying, the four core people is all you needed. There's the bats. Practical effect. Yep, the bats chase her. She screamed for hours. And nobody heard it. She was screaming down the street and there were no cops. 26 years later, yep. And then you have new characters, but they part of the plot. They're not like add-ons. There's BB Newirth, beautiful BB Newirth. And you have Kirsten Dunst. Yes, this is the first thing I saw her in before Spider-Man. Yeah. I thought it was the girl from Jurassic Park because she looks just like it. And then you have the kid, Bradley Pierce. He was in Small Soldiers, and he did the voice of Chip in the original Beauty and the Beast Disney animated version. There she is, Kirsten Dunst. She did this right after she did an interview with a vampire, which I didn't see until I was an adult. Yeah. Because at least Judy and Peter were good characters. In Jumanji, like Welcome to the Jungle, you didn't need that British guy, the tutorial guy. You didn't need him. Nick Jonas is fine, but he could have been cut. The villain is lame in that movie. Here you have a hunter trying to kill people. In the sequel, it's Bobby Cannavale with bugs on his face and him talking in a British accent. That's terrible. It's freaking terrible. Oh my. I don't care about Kevin Hart in the movies because in the first movie he screams a lot, and then the second movie he sounds like, "What in the Sam Hill?" He sounds weird. And the Rock's accent in the third movie is just so mental. It sounds like a Jewish guy. So this movie basically is a similar plot to uh, Masters of the Universe. Not that there's characters coming from another world to this world. That's here they bring the things to a board game, but the fact that the parents die, like in Courtney Cox's parents in Masters of the Universe, that they die and then they change time so they're alive, which is good because you like to keep a lighthearted tone. It's not good to be dark all the time. My God, all these Oscar bait movies are dark and depressing. Nice ass, BB Newirth. Hmm. He does talk. Hmm. Bourbon. Yeah, I never heard that word when I was a kid. I didn't know what bourbon was. I was 10 when this came out, guys. Little Sims, you weren't even born yet. Josh wasn't even born yet. This was 1995. I didn't see it in the theater because I was not too young. I just couldn't go to the theater by myself when I was 10. Yeah, there's a bat. I'm lucky I haven't had a bat in my house because trust me, I've had mice, I've had bugs, I've had a freaking possum in the backyard. I had a raccoon. Yeah, first possum I ever came to was your why him. That was in 2021, 2 years ago, and that was erased. That was 2021. I had to erase it because I got a copyright infringement. After that, I use headphones, so I never get a copyright infringement. Why him? That was 2 years ago. That wasn't last year. No, he wasn't murdered. He, the film feels like a Tim Burton movie at first because it's so dark, but then it gets funny. Once Robin Williams comes back and he puts a smile on my face, man. Oh, trust me, I know. Here comes the first copyrighted song in the movie. Yeah, BB Newirth is a beautiful woman, even to this day. I wish they showed her. She had a cameo at the end of the last movie. So this connects to the first film. I want to see Peter, Judy, and Peter. You can age them. Just say that they aged in 20 some years, since this first movie. Because the first movie was in 1995, so that was 28 years ago. Or bring back Kirsten Dunst and Bradley Pierce. Why not? I like them. I think they're good actors. Why not? It's not like she's doing Spider-Man 4, so I saw Spider-Man No Way Home in the theaters. Yeah, in 2021. Yeah, Kirsten. She's close in age with the girl from Jurassic Park, Ariana Richards. Yeah, because Ariana Richards, I saw in Jurassic Park. I'm like, you look just like her. It's weird that some people have a doppelganger that they look just like them. It's like looking in a mirror. I know that Kirsten's eyes are different than hers, but if you put them in a room together, it would be like looking in a mirror. They're both in their 40s now, and they're. I think she's a parent. I know Ariana is. She paints now. Good for her. I would love to see her at Comic Con though, so she could sign my Blu-ray of my DVD of Jurassic Park, my box set. So I want that signed by one of the actors from that franchise because I love those movies so much. Here we go. Bradley Pierce's first line in the movie. Yeah, he was so cute as Chip. It's a good kid. Yeah, because when that movie came out, I was also a little kid in 1991 when Beauty and the Beast came out. It was one of the biggest Disney animated films in a while, and his voice is so cute as Chip. It was so sweet and friendly, and it reminds me of me when I was a little kid. I'm friendly, guys. It's just that I kind of feel ashamed that I stress you out. Yeah, you should feel ashamed, little Sim. Then again, why him was 2021. She has pigtails. I do appreciate that the sequels did something different with the characters because they're not copies of Alan and Peter, Judy and Peter and Sarah. But like I said, Kevin Hart, yeah, I don't buy him being this guy, this adult in the game. I just don't buy it. He was just a name. That's why they put him in the sequels. The Rock, I get why they picked him, but don't do an accent again, please, Rock. Don't do it again. Every time you do an accent in a movie, it's gonna make me laugh or just cringe. You saw spiral stairs like goes. I do hear it. Yeah, they never go to school. Mm-mm. Plus, Jumanji's in Africa, so it's inspired by an African country like Wakanda. So that's why I wanted to do this film, even though the leads are white. But David Allen Greer's in it, so it balances out. Beyonce's gorgeous, beautiful singer. I think she can act in certain things, Dream Girls, Epic, etc. At least she's a queen. You saw those board games? Yeah, there's some generic one looking ones. Probe, Kimbo, Jumanji. Of course, they have to play because they're curious kids, you know? And they had the internet because this was 1995, so the internet was new at the time. But they're not on their phones like kids nowadays. All they want to do is be on their phones. Weird, they're stuck. We're only 25 minutes in, and we've already had bats and yeah, I'm not going to repeat it. Yada yada yada. Yeah, he's the monkey, and she's the what is she? The crocodile, I think, or yeah, crocodile. Yeah, everything is powered by a microchip. Phones, tablets, laptops, smart TVs, everything. Everything has a chip in it. Webcams, AirPods, everything has a microchip in it. Yep, here we go. A tiny bite can make you itch, make you sneeze, make you twitch. See, I remember it. Photographic memory, guys. Yeah, these horrible looking mosquitoes. There's mosquitoes that big in Africa. That's why I would never go there. Without getting a vaccination for malaria, I ain't gonna get malaria and die. Oh hell no. From a mosquito bite, I hate mosquitoes. They're the worst flying things in the world when it comes to bugs. Oof. In the original book, it was a tsetse fly. It's a fly that when it gives you sleeping sickness. Ice Cube keeps saying last Friday will happen. I wish, but without John Witherspoon, it won't be the same. You got two. Oh, these are the monkeys. Yes, the CGI looks bad. Easy mission. Monkeys slow the expedition. Yeah, the monkeys. Yeah, it's early '90s CG, guys. It's not going to look like Avatar. But I'd rather sit through this for a couple minutes than 2.5 hours or 3 hours of Navi. Dated monkey CGI. You saw Raisin Bran? But the CGI doesn't ruin the movie for me. And they are monkeys because they have tails and they're not chimps. Yeah. Adventures beware. Yeah. That's her Spider-Man face. Remember in the Sam Raimi movies? Adventures beware. Do not begin unless you intend to finish. The exciting consequences of the game will vanish only when a player has reached Jumanji and spells his name. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Yep, and he lets Alan out. This is when you see the line is pretty good though. It's a mix of CG and practical effects. It likes your taste, your party beverage move post haste. I don't like the sound of that. And it's good that she did a genre movie before Spider-Man. That's why she got the movie. That looks great. The two claws. It still looks better than the Lion King remake. I will say that without question. Still looks better than the Lion King remake, where it looks like a freaking video game cutscene. Yep. The King of the Jungle. It's a hallucination. That looks great. There's the CG a little bit. But it does look better than the Lion King, I'm telling you. And here comes Robin Williams, about 30 minutes into the movie. There he is. Yeah, I miss you, Robin. I miss you a lot, man. I grew up with his movies. Tomorrow I'm going to see Happy Feet 2 in his memory in the theater. See, because you can actually see the lion on screen. Watch. Kill Bill, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, he locked the lion in, yet the lion can't open doors because, again, it doesn't have hands. Yeah. I do like that costume that Ron Williams is wearing because you don't expect him to come back looking like that. Yeah, because he will always be the genie from Aladdin. You can never replace him. Will Smith couldn't even come close. Not even close. Because, like I said, he was trying to be Robin Williams, just the black version, and it didn't work. It just didn't. That was his room. Oscar winner and, very dearly missed. That's what was missing. Without Robin Williams, the sequels are just not as good. Because I do like the new cast, but it needed Robin Williams. If they had done a sequel in the 2000s or the 2010s, the early 2010s, Robin would have at least made a cameo. It's like Night of the Museum 3. It makes me sad because that's the last thing he did before he died. The last genre movie he did, and it just wasn't the same. That's why that new animated version they did on Disney Plus, I skipped it. Without Robin Williams, it's pointless, and without Ben Stiller, I just didn't care. Somebody already wrote a 5 and 8. I love his laugh. Yeah. I miss him, man. I miss him a lot. Oh man, I'm getting all warm inside. Yeah, thank you, Robin Williams. I miss you a lot, man. I do. I love that man's work. I loved it. Even when he did dramatic stuff, just he could just make you smile with a simple laugh or just his face. Yeah. That one scene makes me smile every time he runs around the house. I'm just like, thank you, Robin Williams. There's Stephen on the green. He jumped on his car. It's funny, watch. I was close. I don't know why the last 3 Terminator movies bombed. Everybody loved the first 3. Yeah, well, mostly. What year? Yep, I was there, guys. I was 10 years old. Serving since 1974. Carl Bentley. There's those CGI monkeys. Get out of there! He's the genie, man. See, he didn't have to try so hard to be funny, man. He's just fantastic. Oh my god! They blew out they blew out the siren. Those monkeys are like the gremlins. Yeah. And I like the rapport between the kids and Alan. They formed this bond that really works in this film. Because the Thora in that movie was just the two kids, Kristen Stewart frozen for half the movie, Dax Shepard as his older self, and then you have like Tim Robbins in like two scenes in the film. That's it. Here you have more heart, more than all the other films. And I love Jon Favreau. You know me. I love his work. The score, man. Who did the score for this movie? Hold on. James Horner. Oh yeah, James Horner, another man that's no longer with us. He did the original Avatar movie. He did a lot of the Star Trek movies, and I miss him a lot too. Let's face it, the score in Avatar: Way of Water is not the same without James Horner. And while it wasn't a great score, he's still remembered for it. His music was so good. I love Terminator 1 and 2. I prefer the first one. Yeah, I know a lot. Some people. The movie has a lot of heart. A lot. That's what Joe Johnston does really well. Rocketeer, this, even Jurassic Park 3. Yes, heart. Ryan Johnson just wants people to laugh. That's all he wants. But not in a way that's genuine. He wants to like force it out of you. That's why Glass Onion got all this praise. It got one Oscar nomination. That's for the writing, not for you, Ryan Johnson. It's for adapted screenplay, not for you. You can't force a laugh. You have to let it be natural. Not everybody is Robert Williams or Robert Downey Jr. Sorry, yeah, they passed away. Alan had so much loss, but he gets his parents back because when they when they finish the game, it turns him back to his time. Yeah, I lost two people last year. I lost my grandma and my grandpa, but they're not suffering anymore. Next month, you should review a bunch of sci-fi movies. I don't know what I'm doing in March yet. I'm gonna figure it out. What do I look like? A Ringling Brother? Yeah, again, a reference that kids nowadays like you won't. I went to Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus when I was a kid and as an adult. I miss it a lot. There's another black guy, yeah, Mrs. Thomas. Yeah, she got bitten on the neck, I think, or on the head. Let me see. Bites. And there's no vampires in this movie. It's a mosquito, an African mosquito. It's right on the head. And I miss the 90s, man. Simpler time, better movies, and movies were shorter back then. They didn't need to be 3 hours. That didn't happen till Titanic, and even then, that was only one movie, not 45. And that they're saying that Jumanji 4 will happen. Do something different. What I would do is bring back the characters from the first movie, except Alan, because you can't, Robin Williams is gone. But I would love to see Judy and Peter come back because I missed them, like they did with Jurassic World. I love seeing the original cast. I know the movie wasn't perfect, but I love seeing the original cast back. I missed them a lot. Watch. Boom, boom, boom. They have a sharp, pointy nose. Yeah. Yep. It's a stick shift. Because back then, cars had a stick shift. Now cars can drive on their own because, again, technology has reached its peak now in the 2010s and the 2020s. Piece of cake. Yeah, he stole a woman's car even though she's not going to need it. Mrs. Thomas doesn't come back in the rest of the film. And that's the shirt he wore when he got beat up when he was like, I think 12, 11 or 12 years old. Yeah. Yep, a toilet. He hadn't seen that in years. A flushing toilet in a PG movie. Yeah. And this is when PG movies, ladies and gentlemen, had grit. It had guts. It had balls to put kids in danger without it being an R rating. Yep, he shaved his hair and his face. Now he looks like the Robin Williams I know and love. 43 minutes into the movie. That's great. I miss him a lot, man. I say that every time I see one of these actors that have passed on, even if they were 90. What happened to you? The representative of the art sale? He's going to do a Terminator 7. Yeah, right, when he's dead. And it's a good thing Sarah didn't die, or this movie would be over. Mm-hmm. I think monkeys, mosquitoes, and lions are bad. This is just beginning. Yeah, it is. I've seen things that you only seen in your nightmares. Things you can't even imagine. Mm-hmm. Things you can't even see. Afraid? You don't even know what afraid is. It's not. He had a long career, man. He was acting since the '70s when he did Mork and Mindy, and I didn't even see that show as a kid because it was before my time. Yeah, there is no rain. Yeah, it's freezing today. It was like 31 degrees. I only went out for an hour. I couldn't go out longer because it's just too cold. Tomorrow I'm going to the movie theaters. That's why I'm not doing a podcast tomorrow. I'll do it Saturday, but early. It's not her turn. It's Sarah's turn, and then he has to find Bonnie Hunt, who I love. She gets introduced late in the movie, but they introduce her character as a kid, so it's like 20 minutes later after her character disappeared in the beginning of the film. The elephant was him, yeah. Yeah, this is a movie I recommend it to anybody who's seen the sequels. See the original. Hmm. Sarah Whittle. Yeah, the mom from the Beethoven movies, who I love so much. She's one of the most wholesome actresses I've ever seen. Bonnie Hunt, just love her. I love her voice. I love her face. I love how wholesome she is, and she's a female. She never changed her gender. Yeah, the movie has an edge to it. People think this is just a comedy. There's a lot of like dark moments in the movie. Not too dark. It doesn't get extremely violent, but if for a PG movie now, now PG movies are neutered because they're just rude humor and butt jokes, and they're mostly animated. Madam Serena. I can understand if you don't want to read comments. No, it's just that there she is. She's done a lot of good voice acting. Yeah. Hmm. Mhm. Game with drums. Hmm. She's done voice acting. She was in Monsters Inc. and Cars, even though not a good Josh, but her voice is nice. What were you saying? Yeah. She couldn't believe it. It just you killed her. No, then this movie would be completely different. Would be a Tim Burton movie. Trust me, that's my reaction every time I see the hobo. I just don't. I don't want to. She's so good, man. As much as I do like Karen Gillian, I do like her. I enjoy in those movies. Bonnie Hunt she's just like she's putting her all into this. Continue what you were saying. No, PG movies back then had balls. Now PG movies are just kids films. They're animated. Jungle Cruise wishes it was this movie. Jungle Cruise is horrible. You think the CG in this movie is bad? This had the excuse of coming out in 1995. Jungle Cruise came out 2 years ago, and it looks horrible. So CGI in that movie looks like from the 2000s. It's awful, 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 awful. And I'm sorry, Emily Blunt can't hold a candle to Bonnie Hunt or Karen Gillan. Sorry. She's so good, man. She's so good. So wholesome. I love her. She's like, at least in my 100 favorite actresses, she's at least in my top 50 because she's so wholesome. Watch. Gotcha. Yeah, here we go. This is when the plants show up. They grow much faster than bamboo. Take care of, they'll come after you. Plants, yeah. Even plants can kill you. Mm-hmm. So, but they're man-eating plants. One of them is like a Venus flytrap. They shoot poisonous barbs, just like the poisonous dart from Attack of the Clones. They recreated the scene for the first one. Why? You're not going to do it better. And that scene, it makes me miss Bill Paxton. He was just a side character in the first Terminator, and they got some stand-in for him, and it's just not the same. I miss Bill Paxton with his blue hair. That plant looks awesome. Feed me, Seymour, feed me now. It's a good practical effect. People crap on the effects in this movie. Some of the practical effects look really good, even back in 1995. Yep, he got a sword. Harvest time is time. Yep, he ran away. That puppet looks amazing. Luckily, it was only one man-eating plant. The poisonous barbs shoot Judy right in the neck. See, again. Oh, my God. Again, movies had more guts. And nowadays, if somebody bleeds in a PG movie, it gets a PG-13 because they're just scared. PG movies had guts back in the 80s and the 90s. They weren't kids' movies all the time. Sometimes they had strong messages, even Spirited Away, and that's an animated movie, and it is not for kids. It is not for kids, Little Sims. I would not recommend you seeing that unless you can handle it with an adult. Because it's a strong PG. The game is not over yet, Sarah. So the plants are trying to get inside. Yeah. Now they have a greenhouse. Then he had a sword in Night of the Museum. It ruined your life. The jungle, you must wait till the time revive. Well, big girl. Mm-hmm. Who isn't? I mean, bats are scary. Mm-hmm. You won't. Yeah, see, they're a team. In the Jumanji sequels, it's just Kevin Hart gets knocked on his ass. Jack Black dies in it several times because they have lives in that game. And Karen Gillan is sexy. I give her that. I credit for that. But The Rock in the first movie, he's fine. You know, it's like, wow, I got some guns. But in the third movie, he's doing this stupid accent and it takes me out of the movie. It does. It's just too much. He's supposed to sound like Danny DeVito and sounds nothing like him. It's that accent. That accent is just terrible. I take Benedict Cumberbatch's nasally American accent any day in Doctor Strange over The Rock's accent in the next level because it's just painful. It's painful. What about Spencer? I'm like, oh my god. And that stupid dance scene in Welcome to the Jungle. Yeah, that wasn't needed in this movie. Darkest Wild makes you feel just like a child. Van Pelt. Yep, this part actually, yeah. Yeah, his father. That can fight me like a man. Fight you like a man. He came out of nowhere. He's trying to shoot a man with a musket from like the 1800s. Yeah, again, he's shooting somebody with a big gun. When did they do that in Frozen or in Sing or in any Pixar movie? They don't because they barely show guns now. He destroys the cop car. It's funny, man. Oh my god. Man, he's trigger happy. They stopped making those guns in 1903. That was over 100 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. You should do ranking videos. I don't do those because they're too long, especially if there's like 15 movies or something. It'll take me too long. I know some white British man born in Australia destroyed my car with a musket. Great. Well, I did know, okay? It's just a roll of the dice. No. Yeah, that's nothing, Robin. You're lucky you didn't have to do any stand-up in 2020 because nowadays you get slapped for doing a joke or get stabbed or someone tries to kill you. Ever. It's good, man. The chemistry here is just uncanny. They input would be a blunder. Give me the reasons why Terminator Dark Fate bombed. The opening killed the entire movie. Nobody wanted to see John Connor die as a kid. That defeats the purpose of the second movie. He survived. He hugs the Terminator. He gives him a thumbs up. It's over. You did not need a movie after that. 3, at least they aged John Connor. He's an adult. They didn't kill him off. Why would you do that? Why would you take an established, beloved, legendary character and kill them off? It's a stupid cop out. It's a stampede. This movie was fun. It would have been a great film to watch in the theater back in 1995. Those rhinos, yeah, they look a little dated. Yeah, they look like a cutscene from a PS1 game. Yes, that was the game systems back in 1995. People, the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn, and the N64 was a year away. This pelican looks pretty cool. When it comes up close to them, it's a puppet. It looks really good. Watch. Walk. See, it's a mix of CGI and a practical effect. Walk. He's a Libra. Yeah, pelicans have for water because they're birds. Oh, she did a British accent like she did in Spider-Man 2. Yeah, I love those callbacks. I mean, this was before Spider-Man 2, but still, in that movie, it's a callback to this film where she did a British accent when she does the stage play. Yeah, it's a nice nod to that. Yeah, he goes to a gun store. Yeah, the people are just seeing a hunter with a gun walking around New Hampshire. You give them gold. Gold. They sell guns in New Hampshire. Good God, man! The gun laws in up in New England must be like tight. Oh my God! He gives them a semi-automatic weapon. That's a hunting gun. If you shoot an elephant with that, it'll go down like in 2 seconds. That has like a lens and everything. It's crazy. He has a semi-automatic weapon in a kids movie. Kids movie. Frozen, they don't even have guns in those movies because everything is too tame now. That puppet looks cute. It has the little feet and that beak. Whoa! Yep, watch. Look at the fish. Take the fish. Yeah, the game can't be destroyed or they lose. Also, Dark Fate had too much feminism, and also the effects are not as good as the first three movies. And there's no compelling villain. What is it? Gabriel Luna as a Terminator that could turn to black liquid? Yeah, not really that interesting. It also didn't help that it came out the month of Frozen, too. So it didn't stand a chance. That and Charlie's Angels just did not stand a chance against Elsa. Mm-hmm. Good job, Peter. That's the way of war, not whatever the hell we got last year. Eh. Yeah, they had to give Jonathan Hyde more screen time, so they made him play another character because the dad doesn't show up until the end of the film, where him and Alan they reconnect. He's a cute kid, and he's like my age now. Yeah, I would love to see him at Comic Con. I treat every person at Comic Con like a king or a queen because they're there for us, so they can sign our stuff and take pictures and make friends. Why not? They entertained us for years. Give them the respect they deserve, guys. Don't be a dick. Don't be stupid. Just be nice. You know. Rachel Lee Cook was adorable. I loved meeting her. I'm like, you are so sweet. The game. I want to see Blank Man. I want to review that movie because I heard it was funny. It's stupid, but so he wants to shoot him again. What kids movie has a hunter now? I mean, Craven's called the Hunter. Yeah, Peter tries to cheat and then he turns into a monkey. The makeup looks really good too. We're an hour in, and I didn't even feel it. But with 2012, yeah, it's just way too long. It's way too long. That's why I'm not doing any more 2 hour movies for a while, just to keep myself, sane. If Jumanji hadn't been broken, you will sit back even more than your token. He's the wolf man? No, he becomes a monkey. Look at the monkeys. I see this the classic legendary scene with the flying monkeys from The Wizard of Oz. Yes, sir. Classic. Love that movie so much. And those effects were better in 1939. Yes. Yep. Steal the computers and TVs. They're looting. This movie's funny, man. How come the Terminator turned good in Judgment Day? Because they wanted to cheer for Arnold this time. So, man. He was great in Beauty and the Beast live last year. David, I agree. He was Cogsworth. He did a good job. Yeah. It's like Robin, what is this? You're still always in my heart, man. Always in my heart. If that was, yeah, it's me, Alan. Yeah. You saw temporary out of service. Boy. This is like 2020 when people were breaking into places and stealing toilet paper and hand sanitizers. Yeah. Again, guys, we're never going to run out of those things. There's a surplus of them. Go to any dollar store. You'll find what you're looking for. Yeah, this CGI looks dated. It doesn't look horrible. It was for its time, guys. This is a product of its time. Now, movies looking like this, there's no excuse. There's the elephants and the zebras and the rhinos and everything. It's a stampede. The stampede in Jurassic Park looked better again because this is. I think ILM did the effects for this, but they're not as good as their earlier stuff and later. Look at the baby rhino. I'm surprised that Jonathan Hyde didn't do Harry Potter because he was a big name actor at the time when they were doing the first couple of movies. But yeah, because he had a British accent in the Mummy, but he dies in the Mummy. He's not in the sequels. He only did the first one. Sir Save a Lot, yeah. Thrift store. Yeah, people are looting. It looks like a Target. People are just grabbing stuff. There it is. You saw there's a GI Joe toy. Yeah, see, he threatens to, don't move or I'll blow your blinking brains out. Yeah, again, kids movie. Yep, he bit him. Yeah, he's a monkey. Oh yeah, that's the price check. No sale. That's great. That's funny. See, it's the simple things that make me smile. No, this is not a race thing, guys. He locked his hand on the wrist. Alan. That's David's Alan Greer's first middle name, Alan, because again he did that so he could protect him from getting hurt. Because Carl almost got murdered. I mean, once. See, he's trying to shoot her. The mannequins, yeah, screw the mannequins. Yeah, it's a discount store. They have boats there? That's crazy, man. Where's this thrift shop? I guess this is called Walmart now, or yeah, I know. They have camping goods. Yeah, it is like a Target or a Walmart or a Big Lots or something. You saw there's a scuba tanks. Yes, the monkeys. They're like, see ya. You saw the liquid detergent, but it's not Tide. Just a generic brand, heavy duty. Yeah, that's really slippery. It's like Home Alone 2, remember? Wow, she screams like a bitch. That's straight out of Home Alone, man. When Marv screams in Home Alone 1 and 2, that's great. But Kevin Hart does that, it makes me cringe because it's not funny. That's why I love this movie so much, man. A lot of good memories. Paint, tires. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record. Yeah, you saw they passed a 7-Eleven, but it's in the background. See, they're not destroying it like in a DC movie or a Marvel movie or a Transformers movie. The brakes aren't working. Ah! Yep, Fast and the Furious style. No, not the teddy bears. Oh no, not the containers. Not the tour. Eat paint, buddy. Yeah, that doesn't kill him. No. Again, another joke that was taken from Home Alone 2. Yeah, the slapstick becomes like a Home Alone movie in this scene. He's in the makeup until the end of the movie. Commitment, man. Circumstances are never ever out of your control. Again, like COVID. That was called a cassette tape, people. Yeah, I know Little Sim doesn't know what a cassette tape is. It is. I don't hate these effects. They were dated. I know. I get it. Because Jumanji came out 2 years after. It came out 2 years after Jurassic Park, so they wanted to do more movies where animals are just running in a row. There's a baby rhino again. Last time I saw a good CGI rhino was in the first Black Panther movie. Armored CGI rhinos. He uses a hacksaw, yeah. I know what a VHS tape is. It's just like a DVD. I'm saying a cassette tape. He has a tail. So he's like Goku. He has a tail. No matter what. Hey, look, it's Pandora. Looks like it. Indoor Pandora. The house, yeah. Wow. Someday I feel right at home. That car is completely totaled. And by the end of the movie, it's just by before the third act, it's destroyed. And he survived that. Again, he's like the Terminator. You can't just keep him down. See, there's the hand thing from Ninja Turtles 2. Wait, stop. See, there was some risk in this movie. There's something after them every 5 minutes. You look at the plan. Even Hungry cracks me up. I gotta paint a target on my ass. He's so funny, man. He's a funny guy, man. I didn't know he was a singer because he's done stage work. They have to walk it. Me too. You got 3. Every night at the quarter moon, there'll be a monsoon. That's a lot of rain. Yeah, right. Yes, it's rain, but it's a lot of rain. It's like endless rain, like we've had this year so far. We haven't had any snow, but a lot of rain, even though it's not spring yet. And their clothes are all wet. They probably reek. Yeah, it's raining inside. When Sandy happened, I know what that was like. Water! Again, real way of water. This is real water, not CGI water. And there's a crocodile. Yep. There it is. This effect looks good. There's a crocodile, yeah. There's adventure in the movie, but there's also risk involved. These people could get killed by anything in this movie. So it's going out. You know that the crocodiles are descendant of dinosaurs? Yeah, he fights the crocodile like Steve Irwin. Which Terminator do you think has the best pacing, Judgment Day or Rise of the Machines? It depends. I have to rewatch both of them. That was something that was not in the sequels. The Rock jumping on a crocodile or alligator, yeah. Yeah, he kicks the door and then they get hit by water. Oh my god. That still gets me, man. The door just blasts them with all that dirty water is brown. Yeah. It's a good movie, man. It's still good. It still holds up. Watch David Allen Greer. I think he disappears until the end of the movie. Yeah, David Allen Greer. That and Nora comes back at the end. When she sees Peter and he gets locked in the closet. No, it's not that kind of joke. Crocodile. If I had to say something I love, I would jump on the gator's back too. Yeah, even though I know I barely stand a chance. Those things are strong. Have you seen those things at the zoo? I'm like, oh my god, they're scary. Those things are scary. They don't fly, but if you're in the water, you're screwed. If you see a crocodile, gator, or those other things that have those long beaks, yeah. This is with a wrench. Clue, yeah, I remember that game board. That movie was pretty good. 7. He's almost at the end. Look, he only has 3 more spaces. Beware the ground of which you stand. The floor is quicker than the sand. Yep, quicksand. You saw they have a lot of stuff in the attic. He's a trombone. There is a lesson you will learn. A door. There is a lesson you will learn. Sometimes you must go back a turn. You must go back a turn. Oh, he's stuck on the floor. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. That's his Popeye voice. Four. While you just wait, we'll help you out. We have 8. She looks behind her and sees a spider. Wink, wink. Again. Spider-Man, watch out! Again. Oh, yeah, the spiders. They're not CGI. Watch. Whoa! Those are big spiders, man. Those effects are pretty good for the spiders. Yep. They're puppets. See, they're puppets and animatronics. They look good. See, a girl character that does something in the movie. No. There's 2 girl characters that do something. BB Newirth mainly just, tries to take care of the kids, and then she's just like, she's reacting to stuff. At least she's not just there. He looks at the camera, yeah. Watch, she sees his legs. Peter? Oh! The legs. She's the only actress to come back in one of the Jumanji sequels. Yep, he locks her in the closet with the boxes. Put the dice in your mouth. This is where she gets shot, right in the neck. Ooh, right in the neck. And it's poisonous. This is like when Bella gets bitten on the neck, when she gets bitten in Twilight, and then they have to suck the poison out. You're almost there with much at stake, but now the ground begins to quake. Ah! It's a classic, man. This movie's a classic. It's over 25 years old. A lot of it holds up. Yeah, maybe some of the effects are dated to some of the CG, but the practical effects and the locations and the actors and the makeup, still top-notch stuff, man. How long is this movie? 1 hour and 45 minutes, Little Sims. Be patient. It's almost done. This is not 2.5 hours, I promise. No more movies for me that are 2.5 hours. I'm not doing a podcast for another movie that long until after the winter's over. I promise you. It's got to be under 2 hours. It's got to be 1 hour and 120 minutes or less, and that's fine. But if it's over 2 hours, I got to wait. It's a fun movie. I love this movie so much. Good stunt, man. They really did that stunt. Not Aaron Williams. It was a stunt double. Don't move. Good movie and childlike. Yeah, exactly. It's a childlike, a childhood classic. Yeah, he rolls. He wins. Drop it. It's like RoboCop. Get it? Okay. One. Game's up. Stop running. No. Terrified. You should always face what you're afraid of. I know I did when I had a puppy. There was no Hunter in the sequels. The villains were just lame in the sequels. You had Bobby Cannavale, and then the third one you had some Game of Thrones knockoff villain with a beard. Jumanji. I have this movie on VHS. Yeah, I had it when I was a kid. I have the DVD now. Jumanji. Yeah, the bullet disappears because again everything goes back into the game. Everything. And then we go back in time. So it does like a Superman the movie, except not as insulting. Everything that happened still happened because Alan still has the memory in his brain. Gotta drink some water. What I do have food here. I have a banana. Yep, it's over. They did it. Now they go back in time, back to 1969, and they're holding each other. But it's not a cop out because there's still the emotion is still there and the memories are still there. Yeah, he got the busted lip again. The heart's still there too. Zatora's good. I do like Zatora. You haven't seen Next Level? It's decent, but it's not as good as the second one. Joe Johnston has this way of putting a lot of heart into his films. A lot of heart. I want to meet him and say, you're one of the best directors of my childhood. So much. It's a good director and he should get more work because he did the first Captain America movie. Put a lot more heart in that movie than that movie deserved. You're a treasure, Jonathan Hyde. Never change, man. Never change. He he covered for him. See, that was good. That was good of you to do that, Alan. You defended a black man. Hey, that's what this month is all about, right, Little Sims? Am I right? Yeah. Hey, Electric Dino, what's up? You made it near the end, but hey, at least you're not going to miss the end credits. And no, there's no post-credit scene here. They didn't do that in 1995. Movies didn't do that until the 2000s. They tried to do that in the 80s, but it didn't work. Like Master of the Universe, Judy and Peter. See, they remembers them. Remembers that they don't even really exist. My uncle watches the Jumanji movies and enjoys them. They're fun. They're a lot of fun. The first one is still the best for me because it has the most heart and memories, and just I grew up with this one. The sequels, I didn't see them in the theater. I didn't like the trailer for Welcome to the Jungle when I first saw it. Like, this looks nothing like the first movie, but I saw it at home during the pandemic and I gave it a shot. It's not perfect, but it's not like it doesn't ruin this movie. The Force Awakens ruins the original Star Wars trilogy and the prequels. The Welcome to the Jungle does not. Alan, and these kids do look like Robin Williams and Bonnie Hunt. Hmm. Hey, I bought that kiss more than Ron and Hermione because that one was like from a distance you could barely see it. Oh yeah, the movie ends on a Christmas note, which is nice. They sing what was it called? Joyful holy nations rise. Yeah, it ends up. Yeah, hark the herald angels sing. Yeah, yeah, she's pregnant. Oh, Bonnie Hunt, you are beautiful. I love you so much. Love you so much, man. Never change. You're still the amazing actress you've always been. Which is a movie better, this or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Oh, they're both classics. I love them both. At least the Jumanji movies are way better than the Jungle Cruise. Oh, yes. Hands down, Electric Dino. These movies are classics compared to that. That movie wishes it had as much heart as this. And it's not that the director is bad. It's just that the Martha, why did you say that name? There's Judy and Peter. I love this cast, guys. I know it's nostalgia talking, but I love those kids so much. I grew up with both of them. I love those kids so much, man. Thank you, Robin Williams. I miss you a lot, man. Maybe someday, if time allows, I'll watch this while you're doing the stream. Well, my next stream will be in 2 days. Yeah, that's where they're gonna die. They want to prevent them from dying. They saved them from dying. Thanks. Yeah, so that they don't die. So Judy and Peter are not orphans. Yeah. Wait. I miss you, man. I miss you, Robin Williams. Thank you for this movie. Thank you for all your movies, even the bad ones. You're always in my heart, man. I miss you. Thank you. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Yeah, see, I'm willing to kiss the screen, Josh, because I love that man. I loved his work. I loved his voice. I loved his heart. And I don't want to start crying like a bitch because, I do that a lot. But that was Jumanji. Johnson, thank you for this, man. You are amazing. I love your direction. And the writers, Jonathan Houseland, Greg Taylor, and Jim Strain. Yeah. Screen Story, Chris Van Allsburg, yeah. And based on a book, which I did read when I was a kid. And produced, yeah, by Scott Kroof and William Tatler. These executive producers that were doing a film and not preaching an agenda. That's it. It was an hour and 39 minutes. Robin Williams, thank you. I miss you, man, so much. Kirsten Dunst, yeah. I wanted to see the cast list, and then I'll shut it off. Not to mention that Joe Johnston did Jurassic Park 3, which I love that movie. I know a lot of people didn't, but I do. It's better than the Jurassic World movies. At least it has heart. Jonathan Hyde, B.B. Newirth, Bradley Pierce, and James Handy, and Patricia Clarkson and Laura Bell Bundy. Yeah, she's Mrs. Thomas. And the director of photography. I just want to get to the score. James Bissell. It's a good movie, and I still love it. I still love this movie to pieces. The visual effects people, they did fine, so mostly. And there's James Horner. Yeah, thank you, James Horner. Always in my heart too, man. That's what keeps the memory alive of these talented people that worked on this movie. No one's gonna miss Kathleen Kennedy when she's gone, because you saw what she did to Star Wars. But always in my heart, Robin Williams, man, thank you for this movie. Thanks for giving your talents to this and many other films of my childhood. You were amazing. You're a diamond in the rough. You were, and you always will be. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being easy in the chat. I'm glad this is a much shorter movie than 2012, and I love this movie so much. I'll do the sequels when I get them eventually. But thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys later.